Hi everybody, this is our lesson on past tense, or we can call it past simple. Let's see how regular verbs form the past tense. An example of a regular verb is work, and as you can see, we add ed to every single subject. So I worked, you worked, he, she, it worked, we worked, you worked, and they worked. So we add ed at the end of the base form of the verb. If we look at the negative form of regular verbs, we add didn't. We squeeze didn't in between subject and verb. I didn't work, you didn't work, he, she, it didn't work. We didn't work, you didn't work, and they didn't work. So we add didn't between the subject and the verb, and didn't never changes. As you can see, didn't is an abbreviation, it's a contracted form of did not, but we always use didn't, especially when we speak. If we look at the interrogative form, questions, as you can see, we add did at the beginning of the sentence, just before the subject. So we have, did I work? Did you work? Did he, she, it work? Did we work? Did you work? Did they work? So we have did, always did for questions, always didn't in between subject and verb in negative forms, and we add ed at the end of the verb in the positive form, in the affirmative form. If we look at the irregular verbs, we can see that things change here because speak, which is an irregular verb, does not add ed like work, which was a regular verb, but it actually changes the whole word. Irregular verbs, they change the whole word instead of adding ed. So speak becomes spoke, and we've got the same form for all subjects. I spoke, you spoke, he, she, it spoke, we spoke, you spoke, they spoke. So we don't add ed like in work with regular verbs, but we change the word, and this happens to all irregular verbs. Let's see the negative. The negative form, you recognize it as the same form as the negative form in the regular verbs. So we just add didn't between subject and verb. As you can see, the verb goes back to the base form. It's not spoke, but it's speak. So I didn't speak. Didn't between subject and base form of the verb, irregular verb. And regarding questions, interrogative forms, again, it's the same rule that we use in regular verbs. Did I speak? We add did before, just before the subject. And again, the irregular verb goes back to the base form. So speak changes into spoke only in the affirmative form or in the positive, but in the negative and the interrogative, it follows the same rule of the regular verbs. We put didn't just before the subject in questions and didn't squeeze then between subject and verb in negative forms.